So another video filmed with the iPhone, and yeah, it's not gonna be the best quality today either. Have a washing machine in the background making all that noise, but we'll make it work anyways. But what I wanted to talk about today is taking steroids and what I think about taking steroids. And as you can see from the title, I genuinely believe it's a form of self-castration, and I'm gonna explain why. Because when you take steroids, obviously your body naturally produces testosterone, right? As a man and as a woman as well, but mainly as a man, right? And what happens when you synthetically inject hormones into your body, such as testosterone? Your body does not have the need to produce its own testosterone anymore. So, what it will do is it will shut down its production. That's why you hear all these things about balls shrinking, after someone starts taking steroids. And it's true, balls do shrink. And the natural production, stops as well. It comes to a halt. And what happens when you get off the steroids is your body cannot produce any testosterone anymore. Or it may take many, many years or a very long time at least until your body gets to a point where it can produce on its own again. But even then, it won't be as good as it was in the past because you've damaged that part of your body permanently, right? And for a lot of people that have abused steroids for many, many years, maybe even decades, they'll never have a natural production ever again. So they're always going to need to have TRT or anything to just have healthy levels of testosterone, right? And as a man, I honestly don't understand. Unless you're a competitor or you want to do it professionally, whatever it is, I don't understand how you can do something like that to yourself. Our testosterone production, our natural testosterone production is what makes us men. Like, that's the manliest part of our bodies. Our bodies producing testosterone naturally, right? Without the need of any outside sources, external sources, whatever. Our body is producing that on its own. That is the manliest thing about our body. That's what makes us men. Men have always just been naturals. It's only since the last few decades where we've started injecting shit into our bodies that fuck us up. Sure, we get nicer looking biceps, but is that worth it? We lose like that essential part of being a man, and I genuinely don't understand it. And like it's just I just find it strange, I don't know why you would do something like that to yourself. It's like castrating yourself. You take away your own natural test production because you want, some temporary size that may only last for 10, 15 years, and then you have to maybe get off the roids because you're doing way too much harm to your health. So you have to, go down in dose, and then you'll get back to your normal size or the size you would have been anyways if you just stayed natural. So it is like a self-castration. You're taking away that part of your body that literally makes you a man, where your body naturally produces testosterone. And for what? Just to look good, and not be as optimal in your body as you could be, just naturally, right? Just removing that part of you that just produces on its own makes no sense to me. I've never understood why men that are not competitors in bodybuilding decide to get into that. If you're a competitor, if you compete in bodybuilding, it's another story. To be competitive in bodybuilding, you have to take synthetic hormones. It's just the way it is. It's the reality of bodybuilding. Natural bodybuilding is not even a thing because it's not interesting, and it's not like it doesn't draw any attention. You have to be enhanced as a bodybuilder. So that makes sense. If that's your passion and that's what you want to pursue, sure. But if you just want to look good for the gram and impress people and you decide to get on roids, you will regret it. It will come to a day where you will regret it. And it's the dumbest thing you can do. I don't know why you would put yourself through that. Like, stay natural. It's going to take you longer to build that dream physique, but fucking do it anyways. I've been lifting for over 10 years and I don't look like it, It looks like I've been lifting for a few years max. I've been in the gym seriously for like, I would say, yeah, it's been like 6 years almost. Not even 6 years, but in total it's been 10 years. But I don't look like I've been training for many, many years. First of all, my genetics are crap. I know they are. But not only that, I'm not training, specifically to just get bigger and more jacked. I'm training for health and optimized hormones. That's what I'm mainly training for. Optimized testosterone and proper health, proper cardio, heart health, all those things. But like for me, I've been in the gym for over 10 years in total. Not consistently, but in total, it's been over 10 years. And I know it just takes time, and I don't mind it. I don't mind the process just taking time. This shit takes time, and it's supposed to take time. Changing your body, changing your physique, and all these things, it's not something that happens over 1-2 years. You may see some changes, but you're not going to see a massive change in 1-2 years. It's not going to happen. It takes time to build muscle. And if you're genetically gifted, it's going to go even quicker. But for me, I'm not. So it takes a long time for me, and I don't mind it. It is what it is. I'd rather go through that and spend 10-20 years build my dream physique than fucking put in synthetic hormones into my body and castrate myself and take away that part of my body where I'll never be able to produce naturally on my own ever again, or at least have a very low chance of doing so. I don't see the point. I genuinely don't see the point. And to any of you guys currently doing it and you're not competing professionally, you don't have any plans on doing it, I don't know what you're doing and why you're doing it. I don't know if it's body dysmorphia or you feel the need to just impress people and you do it for the gram. It's not worth it. And for anyone planning on doing it, stay away. Unless, again, you're planning on competing, don't do it. Stay away. You're better off like just staying natural. The gains are not going to be as quick, but at least you'll have your health and you'll have your natural T production, right? So yeah, that's just something I thought about. I wanted to talk about it. And I don't see a lot of people seeing it that way, the way I see it. I feel like it's way manlier to just stay natural, because then at least you won't be as big, of course, and you won't be as jacked and strong, but you'll still be manlier. That's your natural body's like T production. With synthetic hormones, if you're on roids, that's not actually what's natural. That's not your natural T level, right? That's just something that is synthetic, and it's not real. And you're using that on borrowed time. It is going to be extremely difficult to actually maintain that over the long run. You're always going to have to inject, harm your health, and just keep going. And not to mention the cost. Steroids are not cheap. So it's going to cost you a lot in time and effort. And it's going to come to a point where you can't even maintain that anymore. But building an amazing physique naturally, that shit is going to be extremely easy to maintain. It's going to be extremely hard to build, but to maintain it is not going to be hard. Because hard-earned muscle that has been built over time does not just disappear over a few weeks or a couple of months. It takes a really, really long time for you to actually lose that muscle if you were to not train at all. So yeah, that's just my thoughts on it, and I don't see anyone else thinking about it the same way that I do, or at least viewing it the same way that I do. But yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about, guys, and as always, see you next time. Cheers.